Hello, everybody. Microphone helps. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. So, tonight I have another Wheel of Doom. So, you'll have to forgive my voice. I'm coming off of a cold. One might argue that I probably shouldn't be drinking, but I have ignored you guys for a couple of weeks, took a little break. It was pretty fun, honestly. Hold on. It's happening. I hear the music. Awesome. All right, cool. Dick time. All right, so I probably should keep talking and not acknowledge people who are claiming to pee themselves. All right. First things first. Chris F. 7. I'm going to go 7. For the rest of you, I want to offer you a challenge tonight. I do try to drown a cold, and I have made a couple of hot toddies. I figure that a little bit of alcohol will do me some good. So here's a challenge for all of you. Those of you who have not started drinking yet. I have no idea what I'm drinking tonight, and I want to make the same thing for you. So here's the deal. Think of 5 different whiskeys. Even if you have to just look at your bar, look at 5 different whiskeys that you have. I'll give you a minute, and I'm going to pick a number. You don't know what you're going to drink tonight, but that's what you're going to drink tonight. So let's see. Also, you got to tell me what you're drinking when you pick it. That's fine, Steve. It'll be number 2. All right, so you've got your 5 in mind. Number 4. Whatever number 4 is, that's what you're drinking, at least to start off with. I hope it's something hugely peaty and I totally ruin your palate. So, all right. So let's get right into this, and then I'll kind of talk to you guys. Oh, I kind of want to. I wish I didn't see that because I want to just grab that one. All right, let's grab a glass. Actually, I'm going to leave my little display and use my extra glass first. All right, let's see. I'm curious if anybody is. She flung dung saying barf. I'm guessing it's the Metallica one. Drinking Russell's Reserve. Okay. Steve, what are you drinking? I'm curious. All right, I'm going to pick one at random, and what do we got? Texas Legation Batch 2 Bourbon Whiskey. Okay. Well, a bourbon's not a bad way to go, although that is a light. You guys, I always like to use I sometimes use my head. No, it's not coming across. This is very, very light. Stag Junior. Blood Oath Pact 5 to start. Nice. ECBP Seed 917 is what you're drinking tonight. All right. Buffalo Trace. Aberfeldy. Stranahan's Diamond Peak, but it's not peaty. That's fine. Guess I'm switching to E.H. Taylor Small Batch. I like this. I like that you guys are... Oh, Steve says this one's really good. Awesome. Well, I am excited that you guys are drinking something mystery with me. Hopefully it was something that you haven't tried yet or you've been ignoring for one reason or another. If it's something crappy, I hope it got better with age. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Live chat. Oh, actually, I don't know why I did that. You guys need to select live chat if you want to fireball. If you want to go a little bit... If you want to follow the chat a little bit better. All right, so what are we toasting tonight? Let's see. Well, like I said, I took a couple of weeks of vacation, so let's just say it's good to be back. Cheers. Good to hang out with you guys again. I did take a little sip, but I forgot to nose it first. That's all right. Colds don't... Ooh, that is tasty. Let's go. Ooh, there's something interesting there, almost like a maple. It reminded me of like maple oatmeal, honestly. I chose your worst one. That's great. Hey, Bourbon Sane. Hey, Whiskey Crusaders. Actually, I probably should say hi to some people, but I'm not gonna. You all know each other. It's always the same rabble in here. Just so all of you know, Bourbon Sane is going to be going live right after my stream tonight, so right about 10 o'clock. All right, let's see if we can nose this. Now, my nosing is going to be even worse than normal tonight, honestly. I'm mostly just going to be trying not to make gross noises in the microphone. You know what, Jeffrey? I was actually going to do that toast. That was one of the first things I thought of earlier today when I was thinking about the live stream. I'm really not. It's not very distinctive. Is this, what ABV is this? 46. I would expect a little bit more on the nose. It's not giving me a whole lot. All right. Well, let me just go ahead and taste it. Steve, you like this one a lot? I'm not gonna say it's like bad or anything. It's just maybe it's not my thing. I'm not a huge fan of this right away. But let's see how it opens up over a little bit of time. So, anyway, over the last couple weeks, well, actually, this is now. I think this might be. This I think is the end of my second week that I haven't released a video. I've never not released a video since I started this channel in early 2015. Felt I was due for a break. Honestly, I was getting kind of burnt out on the whole thing. Certainly didn't want to stop making videos because I actually really like making videos, but I felt I needed a break. So I started with 1 week, and I was just like, you know what? I don't have any videos ready. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want it to look terrible. I'm just going to skip the week. And then I started watching season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or, I don't know. Oh, you know what it was? I finished Luke Cage, and I started watching season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I watched a few other shows. I started playing video games. I kind of like hung out with the wife a lot more. I did all those things that like normal people do when they're not just constantly working. And it was good. It was actually very good. And then the second week kind of rolled around, and I ended up going to New York. So I drove down to New York for work. Lloyd, this is the Texas Legation Batch 2 Bourbon Whiskey. So I went down to New York and on Long Island. And I went to, I think it was called Huntington Village or Huntsville. I think it was Huntington Village. And it's just kind of like a little downtown area, a bunch of little shops. And I was there with this guy, Mike, who him and I are work buddies. Whenever we take trips, we always end up taking trips together. And there's always this little joke because I always get a better deal on the hotel than he does. Not that either one of us is paying. It's like through the company, but more just like I get a better room, or I get a room that's higher up in the building or whatever. This time we show up to the hotel, and he checked in earlier in the day, had a room that was actually very close to the desk. I was a little jealous because I was like, he doesn't have to walk very far. And then I go up to the thing, check in, and the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh, Mr. Eburn." I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "You're our VIP today." And I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "You get to go to, like this little extra room and get hors d'oeuvres and drinks. And it's like this private little thing." And my friend Mike was just like standing there like, "Oh, come on, what the hell?" And so I asked the guy, I was like, "Can I bring a date?" And he said, "Of course." So I said, "Mike, you're my date." So, which was all the better. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Craig. It was having an actual life was nice for a little while. I don't want to get too used to it. So, yeah, pretty fun time. Ended up driving there. It took 3.5 hours to get there. It took 5.5 hours to get back. On the way back, I stopped in this little bar. It was just like a random restaurant off the highway, but it wasn't a chain restaurant. And those of you that follow me on either Instagram or more so in the Discord would have seen me talking about it this night. So I walk in the door, and there are these two guys, and they're playing live music, and two guys with a guitar, two guitars, and they're singing the Backstreet Boys. They were singing "I Want It That Way," for those of you that are about my age and remember that song too well, even if you didn't want to. So I immediately questioned what the hell I was getting into. I go sit down at the bar, and there are all these electrician guys, so you could tell because they were definitely like construction guys of some sort. They were all wearing those like high, what do they call it? Day glow or high visibility yellow shirts. And I got to talking to these guys. They were absolutely obliterated, all of them. And they told me that they work there 4 days a week, and then they go back to Massachusetts. I was in Connecticut at the time. And they were just absolutely hammered, and they just kept requesting Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears and like all of these terrible, terrible songs from my youth that I was not wanting to hear again. But anyway. Tell me why. Yes, exactly. All right. So this is getting a little bit better. It's still not really my jam. My sister learned to listen to that crap over and over. Yeah, I think most of our sisters did. Actually, my sister is 4 years older than me. So when I was a little kid, she was listening to New Kids on the Block. The very first concert I ever went to was a New Kids on the Block concert. And I have a single memory from that concert. Maybe two, actually. I remember being in with everybody, and the screams were just so loud that my dad actually took me and walked me out of the like Palladium or whatever you want to call it, like the auditorium, the concert hall. And we walked around the whole thing for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and it was still almost deafeningly loud outside. Just, man, little girls can freaking scream. The glove would make a great centerpiece, huh? Let's see. Of course I have a glove. Let's see if I can make this work without destroying everything. I think it's going to work. Hold on. Oh no, it's too top heavy. Can we make this work? Can we do this? Nope, it's not going to work. I need like a stick or something. Oh well, maybe if... maybe I'll try again later after I've had more and it's more prone to failure, but potentially more hilarious. All right, I'm going to throw this thing back and get on to my next, because 10 minutes in and I've got a lot of ground to cover. All right, so there goes the Texas Legation Batch 2. All right, let's see. We got DJ Bacon is here. I always like when he shows up. All right, time to pick my next dram of the night. Hold on. I leave for 2 minutes and the glove's already out. Yeah, you know what? Actually, the glove is gonna take part in the next choosing. Hopefully, I'm kind of want to try the Boss Hog 5, and it's here somewhere. It's one of the darker bottles on the outside. But I am a man of integrity. I shall not cheat. So if I do happen to get it, it will be completely by accident. But let's try. Oh boy, I can't really read this one. Looks like it says Gibson Fines 12 year. Matt, I think this is one of the ones that you sent me. Any idea what that says? It's Gibson, what appears to be an exclamation point. It does need to. I laughed so hard when I saw Scott pull out the Infinity Gauntlet. That was so good. Fineslery? No, that's got to say 12 year at the end. FINES something. 12 year. 40%. Well, I know nothing about it. Let's give it a shot. I'm looking so hot with the glove. Thanks. Just Gibson 12 year. Gibson Fines, maybe? I don't know. It's definitely more to it. Finest. Okay. Boy. Oh, it's Canadian? Meh. That's okay. If Matt sent it to me, I'm sure it tastes pretty good. So this is my Westland Distillery glass. Izzy, I'm not sure what that was. Smells, smells not, it's like, cord got in the way, I almost dropped everything. It's from Canadian, it's the finest. So, Don't mind me. Gross. All right, let's go ahead and give this a taste. Because I'm, once again, not really getting much on the nose. Kind of reminds me a little bit of 40 Creek, but not as good. It's like, it's very one-dimensional, I think. Has anybody else had this one before? Because I feel like, you know what? This is one thing I kind of like to do during this this whole thing. I like to go look up some other tasting notes on the pieces that the ones that I pick out here, just to see. Because this is one thing that you guys don't get to see. I don't really get to Gibson Finest 12 year. I don't really get to try things and like go watch other people's reviews of them. Because when I do that, it influences my own. Oh boy, that's just a wonderful looking bottle. All right, hold on. We're doing this. All right, desktop, drag that there. Wait until you see this. No offense, Matt. Can you guys see that? I think you guys could probably see that. That is Gibson's Finest Rare Canadian Whiskey. Oh, what does that say? It says Canadian Whiskey Canadian. They have to say it twice just to let you know it's good. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, let's see what we're getting out of this. The trick is to drink the bad ones fast. Oh, there's if anybody here has ever taken the 12 Habits or looked into that before, there's a phrase that the 12 Habits try to. It's part of this. So, if you have to eat a frog, just eat the frog, right? That's kind of the idea. Is if something's gonna suck, just do it. If you have to eat 2 frogs, eat the ugly one first. So in this case, if you're gonna have some bad whiskey, just have it. If you have to have 2 of them, have the worst one first. That's like way too long. I'm just looking for some tasting notes. Wow, the Whiskey Vault did an episode on this. That's a little surprising. Maybe it's better than it looks. All right, what do we got? Jeez. It's never hard to find whiskey reviews of stuff. I'm having trouble just because I'm on a stream. Alrighty, what do we got? Jeez, everybody's got a million things to say. Nobody has anything good to talk about. All right. Oh, good. The nose is apple seeds, specifically apple seeds, which I don't recall having much of a smell to them. Slightly dry, spicy, bitter grain. All right, let's see. I mean, maybe a little grain. Dried ginger and oak comes out more as it sits. Well, I'm not going to give it time to sit. There's a thread of bitterness that tracks from the nose, especially as it, whatever. All right. So the taste is maple, which is pretty common with Canadian whiskeys. They all taste like fake whiskey. The wood comes in now out of nowhere with sweetness and light tannins, whatever. It's boring. It's not bad. It's just kind of boring. Friends don't let friends drink Gibson's 12. Apple seeds equals arsenic. That's a good point. I remember that. Apple seeds are poison. Or they can become poison or something like that. I don't remember. All right, I'm going to just put that one aside. I think I want to do something different because, as you can hear, my voice is already starting to go. I was hoping it was going to hang out a little bit longer, but we'll go. Just, I apologize if I'm clearing my throat. I genuinely considered not doing the stream just because this cold is refusing to go away. But I kind of missed doing streams. They're fun to do. But it's part of the reason I didn't bother having a guest tonight because I just had no clue how predictable I was going to be. Do I need to go pick 5 bottles from the shelf again? All right. Well, if anybody is out of their first dram, I'm happy to play that little game again because that was fun. All right, take a minute. Even if you're in the middle of your first one or your second one, let's plan your next drink. Pick a different set of bottles, if you have that many. If not, then stay with the same ones. I'm going to pick a number other than 4 this time. Maybe. Why did that get... Whatever. I need him to pick a number between 1 and 120. Man. That dram was supposed to last. All right, here we go. We're going to pick number 2. So whichever one you had as number 2, that's what you're drinking. Tell me in the comments what you're drinking. And let's close my eyes and pick this one. Ooh, Compass Box. No name. Ooh, Compass Box no name. That sounds good to me. I think I've actually drank this one before. 48.9%. That's what you've got open. Steve, I've been meaning to talk to you. I think you might have a problem. You need to finish some of those bottles so you have room to buy more. Ooh, that's much better. You know, those first 2, I didn't really love the first one. The second one was meh. This is Compass Box. This is where it starts getting good. This is where I'm a happy guy. Sipping on your infinity bottle, Michael. I like that. Hey, I have a deal for you guys. Hold on one sec. So, I keep saying at the end of my videos that I want to get rid of the coins that I still have left. So, if you are watching this video now or in the future and you would like to buy one of the challenge coins, go ahead and write me an email. I will do it half price if you mention this stream. So instead of $10 for the coin, it'll be $5 for the coin plus shipping. As many as you want. $5 a piece. So, and just mention the stream, and that's your promo code. I hope you guys help me get rid of them. I think I have about 60 left, and once I'm down to about 25 or so, I'll probably place my next order. So, Shiflong Dung, I have tried to do an infinity bottle, and to your point, if you don't kind of know what you're doing, it generally comes out pretty bad. Or at least, like, it's, first off, you couldn't put everything in there because that's just way too much different flavors. It's going to taste awful. And if you're going to go with something like peat, it's going to completely just taste like peat. Cool. Thanks, Jason. Just send me an email, thewhiskeydick@gmail.com. Anyway, yeah, infinity bottles, I've tried to do them and they never come out good, but Matt, I poured the Compass Box no name. Now that went away way too fast. I do not have any Fireball. I gave it away. All right, shall I go for another dram? Now I'm, picking up the speed here. I've made a couple infinity bottles, good practice blending. I think it's more of a good idea to just try to blend some stuff on your own. Like pick somewhere between, 2 and 5 different whiskeys that you think would meld well together. See what you come up with instead of trying to do 20 and then just kind of have it keep going. Yeah, no, that Compass Box no name, that is just fantastic. I have no complaints whatsoever about that. Are all these whiskeys stuff you own? They are not, actually. A lot of these whiskeys either came from an advent calendar or from Whiskey Crusaders, who sent me a bunch of them for tasting. I think all of the other samples I've gotten from other people are gone, or they were sent as kind of like a tasting group, and I haven't done it yet. All right, let's go to number next. All right, let me drink some water. Now, I did not do the bookers tonight, so anybody who wanted to super chat for some bookers, you're welcome to super chat, but bookers won't make an appearance tonight. It just ends up killing all the flavor, and a lot of these are scotches, so it's not a great idea. All right, let's pick my next dram. Still really hoping for that Boss Hog. So, yeah, that's definitely not Boss Hog. Let's see. Oh boy. Skulls Selection Little Mill 1984 20-year single malt cask strength 62.1%. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure it says SCOLLS Selection. But J-Call maybe? Little Mill 19. Let me see if I can figure this out. Yes, number next. Like V next. Version next. All right. Little Mill 1984. Cooper's Choice? Oh, this must say Scott's Selection. Yes, it does. All right. Cool. Scott's Little Mill, ratings and reviews. All right, cool. This I can do. Oh, this looks like one I'm going to enjoy. Awesome. Let's bring that chat back up and see what we got. Yep, Scott's. I swear I'm not making fun of you, Matt. I just some of your writing is, and it's not even your fault. Like, he's fitting so much writing on this little tiny thing. So, Scott's Selection. That being said, you know what? Check this out. I'm gonna do this. Anybody who follows me on Instagram, actually no. How about Discord? I'm gonna put a picture of this up in Discord so you can tell that I'm not being a dick. At least not right now. So that's my own face. Apparently I was taking a selfie. I'm embarrassed. All right, here we go. Scott's Selection, Little Mill. Oh, not the VIP channel. The bar. There we go. Cool. So let's go ahead and do this. My handwriting is horrible. Thanks for all the info. Yeah. Peat versus non-peat. That's a good idea. It's closed distillery, huh? I am sometimes a dick, Steve. Sometimes I am a huge dick. I have not reviewed Cavalon yet. That is one that I keep wanting to buy. Bill Booker is not a dick. Well, if I'm a dick, you're a bunch of dickheads. Because you're fans. So, which I think I'm going to try to make that catch on a little bit. Because I've always thought that was hilarious. But just the ability to call a fan base a bunch of dickheads it's kind of worth having a fan base in it by itself. By the way, hi Santa Cruzan. Nice to see you. Ooh. At least my whiskey selections are good. Your whiskey selections are fantastic. Sometimes I'm a dick, sometimes I'm a dictionary. Yes. All right, so this has the thing in front of me says that the nose has, oh man, what is going on the tongue there? You guys saw that. That was like 30 seconds later. Let's see. Menthol. That's what it is. So I'm looking at somebody else's tasting notes here. So slight hints of menthol bring a gentle wave of warmth on the front end. That's exactly what was going on. That's awesome. This guy knows what he's talking about. Immediately moving into hints of tangerine, followed by additional fresh fruit notes. Pears, slight undertones of ripe melon. Proud dickhead. You need some dickhead t-shirts. I sure do. Glendronach 21. Wow, Steve. Great. Hope you look like you're a happy guy about that, so go for it. Hey, what do you guys think of those new t-shirts I put up? The one, there's one that says like whiskey and looks like the Cheers logo, and the other one that says heavily peated. I like that heavily peated shirt. I actually think I ordered one for myself. Lemon is definitely on the nose. Not getting the citrus so much, but I'm sure I would if I didn't have this stupid cold. I don't know about you guys, but when I get a cold, it's for like 3 weeks. It's just the worst. The taste on this is very cool. You had several patients. Well, I'm happy to see you, Louis Sanchez. Was looking at them before the stream started. Yeah. So here's a question for you guys. And I realize this is a little self-serving, but it's more of a, you are all the people whose opinion I value. Of the shirts that I have, are there any that you like more than other ones? I'm just curious, kind of which direction to go. I found an artist who has been helping me make some of my shirts lately, and I like the work that he does. And I'm trying to think of new ideas, and having some feedback on what you guys like would help. A lot of people like the Coffee Black Whiskey Neat shirt. I've sold a lot of those, but other than that, I'm just curious because I don't know. I'll have to come up with some more neat slogans, I think. Lightly peated, slightly jaded. I like that. Oh, what is this? Oh, thank you, Shi Flung Dung. I appreciate that. That's the link to my store. So, I was looking on Whiskey Advocate earlier, and they had a list of 7 bourbons that they consider beginner bourbons. And thank you, Santa. And I of course was very interested in this because one of my best videos is exactly on that topic. Probably how a lot of you guys have found me, actually. And you're not going to believe the item that they put on there. Well, you probably will because it's me talking about it. But so here's the list. They've got Wild Turkey 101. It's a really, really good suggestion. Old Grandad Bonded, which I hear a lot of people who like Old Grandad. I actually don't think I've ever tried it, believe it or not. I almost bought it the other day when I was at the store on Monday. But either way, so Old Grandad Bonded. Then there's Maker's Mark, which I am still a pretty solid fan of. I think it's very versatile. I think it can be used for pretty much anything. And for beginners, absolutely. It's very tasty. Knob Creek, which, you know, I don't love Knob Creek as much as other people do. I think I'm in the camp, like there's some people who don't love Maker's Mark. I think I'm that way with Knob Creek, where I realize it's probably good. It's just, it's fine for me. But it's nothing that like, I'm a little surprised it's as popular as it is. Okay. Then Evan Williams Single Barrel, which another interesting choice. Smooth Ambler Contradiction. Now that one is cool because it's fairly new. And I like that they've brought it up as being, you know, a good intro bourbon. Anyway, that's one I'm looking forward to reviewing. I've tried it before. I liked it, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it. Now, here's the thing. They say Booker's. They said Booker's 2018-02, which I think was Backyard Barbecue. I think that was the one. Let's see. Was that? Well, whatever. I'm not going to read. But just putting Booker's on a list like this made me laugh because I get a lot of crap for the having put, what do you call it? Like Ardbeg and Lafroig on my intro to Scotch. But I also think that going the extreme of like covering all of the different areas and seeing what whiskey can be, it makes a lot of sense. So when they put Booker's on there, I think that's a bold choice because it's like $80. If it were cheaper, I think it would be a fantastic choice. Why are you playing Katy Perry? Please don't play Katy Perry and listen to me. Oh, you know what? I have not tried the Contradiction either, actually. Now that you mention it, I tried the Old Scout. So that's interesting that you say that, DH Self. I'll have to try that one. Old Granddad makes great cocktails, but now I'm not sure I've ever tasted it on its own. Yeah, see, I've found that there's a few whiskeys like that too, that I always just tend to get in like cocktails, like a Manhattan. Now, obviously I've done Bullet Rye and Bullet Bourbon, because they were like some of my first episodes, but it's been probably like 3 years since I've had either one on its own. But if you go to a place, you order a Manhattan, a lot of times it's going to be Bullet unless you ask for something different. Better than Backstreet Boys. I don't know if it's better. It's newer. I'll give you that. Now, actually, you know what? No. Boobs. So, yeah, better. Yeah. This one's good. It's I don't really like. I feel almost like I'm wasting this one having it when I can barely smell anything, but it's very thick, like very viscous, which makes sense because it's 62%. It's interesting to me how high alcohol has such a definitive feeling in your mouth. Even if you're not getting hammered off stuff, like, I mean, if you're drinking a whiskey, if you're having a single dram, like, you could give me anything and I can almost always identify the ABV in it. It's I was having something with a friend of mine actually a few nights ago, something I had never tried before. It was what was it? I think it was the Glen Grant 12 the night I opened it, and I pretty sure that was 43 ABV. Either way, it doesn't matter what it was. Him and I were both having it, and I was just like, this tastes like 46%. And we looked at the bottle, 46%. Just, I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. When you try a whiskey, you can usually tell, if nothing else, how much ABV is in there. All right, so let's open up the conversation, trying to keep it a little bit spoiler free. Game of Thrones this season. Oof, man. I find that I am not the kind of guy who watches a show and immediately hops on the internet and complains about the things I didn't like about it. That is not really me. I tend to watch a show and be totally enthralled by it. If it's, immersive. I'm like all about it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was so great. And then, maybe the next day I go on the internet and I read all the reasons I'm supposed to hate it. Star Wars Episode 8, I was like that. Let's see. Hold on one sec. I have never had a Scotch that tastes like that, but a friend who is older said Scotches used to taste like that all the time. That's interesting. Okay, I won't say too much. She flung dung. Actually, in fact, I won't do that because frankly, it's still active. People might be behind. Let's go a different route. How many of you still watch Big Bang Theory? Because they just had their series finale last night, and I won't. It's Big Bang Theory. This is not really anything to ruin. But I will say I've been watching the show pretty much since it came on. I've been watching the show since it came on, and I feel like they actually did a very good job ending it. So much so that it made me start thinking about Game of Thrones. So she flung dung. What are you drinking tonight? Curious. And Craig F., if you need another number, 3. Yeah. The finale was a bit of a disappointment. Really, she flung. I thought that it was DH Silv. It's well over 800,000 at this point, and I am one of them. I thought that the... Oh, you're still drinking the Metallica stuff? Wow. It's blackface for nerds. Stop watching Big Bang a few seasons. Yeah, the last season was pretty bad. Like the actual full season before the current one. The current one wasn't great, but at some point you have so much invested in a show that even if you have to watch a bad season or two, you're all right with it. And I felt like the season finale was every bit what it should have been. It was still true to what the show had been over the last few seasons. It was a nice ending, and frankly, because of the audience of that show, which is pretty much the general public, it's not like they're gonna kill off the main character, right? They did exactly what they should have done, and I'd be lying if I said that the little bit of me that didn't want to think too much when watching that show enjoyed it. So, anyway, mellow corn. All right, here's the deal. I have not found out, is mellow corn actually good? I have not yet tried it, and every time I see it, I think about buying it, but I wonder myself if mellow corn has actually just become a parody of itself and it's actually not very good, and people just kind of joke that because it's like $11 or whatever it is. All right, let's pick another whiskey. Let's pick a glass. This is my Balcones glass. And this one. Ooh. Eric Waite would be happy on this one. This is the Tasmanian single malt called Lark. Okay. So mellow corn is good. That's good. I will almost certainly review mellow corn because I have been wanting to do that for a while. And I put up a poll a little while ago about what kind of whiskeys you guys wanted me to start reviewing a little bit more. And it was overwhelmingly inexpensive whiskeys, which, you know, I'm guessing that's more of the general audience. I have a feeling that's probably not most of the people in this chat. Hold on, sorry, I'm just catching off on the chat. A lot of people have a lot of varying opinions about the mellow corn, but overall it seems like people generally like it. Doesn't remember he has a cold anymore. Trust me, I remember. My voice is better, which is interesting because maybe it's because I'm drinking so much, but maybe I don't think it's the alcohol. Anyway, all right. So, forgot what I was saying. Whatever. This is Tasmanian single malt Lark, 46%. Let's go ahead and give it a nose. I thought about doing the middle class option, DH Sylv, but I felt like that was too much of a cop-out. Like, people... Like, what is middle class? Like, I'm thinking inexpensive as being, in my mind, inexpensive probably really under 30, but realistically more like under 50. And then middle class might be between like 50 and 80, and then expensive being like over $80, which obviously is a huge range. I'm with you, Vapor Snake. So he says, reviewing cheaper whiskeys can be meme-worthy. If it's good, we find a cheap drinker. If it's bad, we get to see a reaction. No, well, I guess Tasmania isn't that like an island or something? It's an island off of Australia, isn't it? Unless I'm absolutely dumb. Geography is one of my worst subjects, if you want to consider it that. I like the smell. The smell is good. It's a little dusty, little grainy, little orange in there. More like a marmalade than an orange, actually. Huh. Oh, good. I'm glad I was right. Man, that delay is killer. I wish I could ask you guys a question and actually have like real-time responses. That'd be wonderful. It would just be wonderful. So, don't mind me. All right, so let's go ahead and take a sip of this. Cheers. That is tasty. I know Eric loves this. I can see why. This is actually very, very good. Wow. That is unique. Let me drink a little bit of water so I can see if I can give you some actual notes here. Izzy. So the Australians do make whiskey. They don't make a whole lot of it. But there are actually some pretty good whiskeys out there that Australia makes. I know this because people from Australia comment on the videos and tell me I should try certain ones. And I occasionally ask them which one. You know, that's how I get my information. There's a lot of countries that make whiskey that you never hear of. Thailand, friggin' Finland, like all these different places. There's really nowhere that doesn't make whiskey, and all of them will claim that their terroir is going to be different, and to some degree it is. You know what I want to try? I want to try friggin' like Iranian whiskey, because Indian whiskey is good because it's so freaking hot that they don't even have to age it that long, and it gets a lot of flavor. I kind of just want to take Iranian whiskey because I feel like it would have some like junk in it. Like throw some scorpions and shit in there. So, hey, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that, buddy. I love selling shirts. Shirts are great. It's just awesome to me to think that somebody's out there wearing a shirt. I like this a lot. I'm going to have to let Eric know. He'll be very excited to hear that I liked this. There is a bit of numbness to my tongue. That numbness is going to stop me from being able to tell you too much about it. But what I am getting is a little bit of lemon. Lemon is it's there, but it's like not what I want to focus on. It's I'm more trying to relate it to another whiskey that I can think of. Oh, that would no alcohol in Iran, which would make it even better if there was whiskey coming out of there. Persian whiskey, yes. Israel makes whiskey, though, Golan single malt. How the crap can we get some of that Iranian whiskey? You know what you do? You friggin' find the. I guarantee you that some of the royalty in Iran is able to get their hands on some Iranian whiskey. This is definitely a neater. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm not going to be able to give you guys too much detail here, but this is. If you see, let's look up the price of Lark, because I'm curious what this goes for. As I mentioned, Eric has reviewed this, and if I remember correctly, he did a pretty good review of it. So if you want to know anything about it, that might be a good person to go check out. Holy crap, that's expensive. Really? Well, $180. That's nuts. There's no way. Let's see if Total Wine has it. I'm kind of astounded that it's that expensive. Let's see. Lark. Yeah, they're all out. No, I guess maybe it really is that expensive. I did not expect that. But in my mind, not worth $180. Okay, you guys are finding it for 60. So I'm guessing that all right, I just did some bad Google searching, I'm guessing. No, people are finding... it's all over the place. So Dan and Whiskey Crusaders both found it for well over 100. Shi Flung Dung found it for 60, but I'm guessing... Hold on. Nah. Winesearcher.com? I don't know. This is not wine, Shi Flung Dung. I don't know. Either way, it's expensive. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate that. This is probably not my best live stream. I mostly just wanted to give you guys some content because I felt a little bit guilty about taking vacation. As it is, despite what I do end up drinking tonight, I'll probably edit some video after this is all done. So I still have a night ahead of me. So Matt, who sent me the whiskey sample, he actually said he paid $150 for the bottle. So I'll go with him. I know it's not just for wine, Jason. I was just giving him crap. Shi Flung Dung is a longtime supporter of the channel. And, it's fun to pick on him a little bit. Lefroy tenure. Okay, here's a question for you guys. If I'm going to phone it in a little bit, I'm going to involve the audience. Tell me, what is your favorite peated whiskey under $150? Let's go with that. Because I don't want anybody, throwing out crazy stuff here. Matt, thank you for that one. That was really, really tasty. I'm going to get every little drop out of there. Well, it's 9:50. That gives me at least 10 more minutes. There is no reason I can't have at least one more. At this point, I kind of hope I don't pick the Boss Hog because I don't want to... actually, in fact, if I pick anything that is pretty freaking expensive, I'll probably skip it because the tongue is pretty shot at this point. It must have been that Scotch selection, 62%. The time frame and the high ABV kind of fits it. All right. So let's see what we got. We got Ardbeg Dark Cove, Ardbeg 10, Talisker. Izzy says he just said his. The Pete is the master. Lafroig 10. Okay, yeah. Lagavulin 16, Lagavulin 16, Log 16. Got a Dark Cove. None. Oh, DJ Bacon? Really? I'm surprised. I just figured everybody ends up there at some point. Highland Park 18. Man, Highland Park 18 is just really, really good. She Flung Tongue. If you find any Iranian whiskey, let me know. Yeah, send me a sample of it. I'll drink it on my next live stream for sure. Lagavulin 16, Lafroig Lore. Drink more and more and more. Hey, it's Dustin. Hi, Dustin. Or Nolan. Or probably not Kenny. I say this every time I see them show up in the stream, but in case anybody's watching this in the future, New Game Plus, fantastic podcast. They are about retro video gaming. I'm not going to do another light one. I want to do a dark one. They're about retro video games, and I've been a huge fan of them for a long time. This is another light one. I'm going to call an audible here. I want to do something. Probably not a Scotch. I want a bourbon. Let's see. I'm gonna. You know what? It's Wheel of Doom. I can't not pick something random. I want to drink bourbon. This one. Oh, Japanese. The Hakushu, 12-year single malt. Okay, why not? Japanese. Definitely not Kenny. All right, 2015 Flaming Heart. Interesting. Open 14. So I actually just yesterday, I recorded I think 5 episodes. I did, since you guys are live streams and we're close to the end of the stream, so less people will be likely to see this part. I'll give you some sneak preview of what I've done. So I did the Old Ezra 7, which if everything goes according to plan tonight, I'll release tomorrow. That one was good. I did the Oban Little Bay, which, at the sake of ruining my own joke, I guess. I don't know if you guys realize this. Oban actually means Little Bay in Gaelic. So to call it Oban Little Bay is freaking stupid. Like, oh, here's my whiskey. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it tastes so good. I'm going to call it Little Bay, Little Bay. I think that's brilliant. I will call it the redundancy. Anyway, whatever. So I did that. I did Highland Park 12. I did Ben Romach. I think Ben Romach 10. 12. 12? What the hell is it? 10? Ben Romach 12. 10. And then I did a secret episode, which I'll probably release. I want to release it next week, honestly, because I really, really like it. That one I'm not giving any hints on because I think it's pretty good. Ooh, the Hakushu 12-year is discontinued. Stupid good. I'm doing my best to cleanse the palate because I expect this one is going to taste pretty tasty. All right. 5 minutes left. Cheers to all of you for showing up to the stream and being awesome and drinking with me tonight. So it's been awesome getting back together with you guys. Cheers. I just love how unique different whiskeys can taste. This is like 100% different than every other whiskey I've had. And most of those whiskeys are 100% different than every other whiskey. It's almost like they're completely different drinks, you know? Went on a Japanese whiskey spree about 2 years ago. So hard to find anything with an age statement these days. Yeah, that's a big problem. This is good. I wish I would have started the night with this. Nice, delicate. I actually have a good... I actually can get a good amount of nose out of this. Pear. I don't know if I'm crazy. I just keep smelling lemon and everything tonight. Barrel Dovetail. I did have that. I actually had it at a sample. It was very, very good. I have a bottle of the Barrel Bourbon back there, which is also pretty good. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good. But the Dovetail is very good. I do also want to say, just for anybody who might be thinking about, dropping after this stream, first off, you're nuts, because you guys know Friday nights is fantastic. Bourbon Sane will be on after me tonight, and I will be, after I clean all this stuff up, I will most likely distract myself from editing by going on his stream as well. So make sure to pop over there. If anybody would like to be so kind as to link his live stream in my chat, feel free. All right. It's just good. Can I just give it a nose of good? I do get the peat, but very, very subtly. Wow. What's the ABV on this? Because it's got some serious legs. 43%. That's way better than it should be. Huh. Interesting. I am actually very much getting the peat. It's subtle, but it's there. Even beyond all of the stuff that I drink tonight, I could still get it. Thank you, Steve A. Appreciate it. Oh, is she whiskey? She whiskey. No, he whiskeys. What is it? I whiskey, she wines. Hey boys, Sam here. We are hanging with real life people tonight, but wanted to say hello. Hey Sam, nice to see you. I cannot wait till the next time we do another one of those big, huge streams. I think it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to re-invite you on the stream. So, speaking of which, all right, let's finish this off. Let's see, sign-offs tonight. Is there anything I care to talk about? Don't forget about the deal with the coins. If you want a coin, $5 instead of $10, so half price. Just send me an email at thewhiskeydick@gmail.com. Shipping is $3.50 within the U.S., $10, unfortunately, to Canada and Mexico, and $14 everywhere else. Shipping is a bitch, but half-price coin. So if you want any, and that's for as many coins as you want to buy. I'm trying to get rid of stock so I can get batch number 2 out there, because I really, really, really want to make batch number 2. It's going to be awesome. Like, I've already figured out the design. It's just going to be... Honestly, everybody I tell about the design laughs. They think it's just great. I wish I could tell you, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. So, all right, let's finish this guy up. Anybody out there who has a drink, I want you to finish it with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, kick it back, 3. Thank you for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary, and I look forward to hanging out with you next time. And go watch Bourbon Sane. See ya. Have a good rest of your night. Bye. Click.